All right, and up next, let's take a look at how we can calculate the totals, because at the moment, yes, we can nicely control our cart, but that is not affecting the amount that we have all the way at the top, and also it's not affecting the total. And in order to fix that, we'll come up with new reducer. We'll call this calculate totals, and I went with this functionality. So I created new variables, amount and total. Then I iterate over the current cart items, and each of them has the amount property. So I just add to the overall amount one. So the one that represents the entire cart. And the same goes for the total. Only in this case, I multiply the amount of items I have with the price. And that is equal to the total one. So I set up the loop, I add both of these values, and at the very end, I just go with state amount is equal to amount. So whatever we created over here, the same goes for total. Now, where do we want to invoke that? Well, that's a good question. Let's keep on scrolling in the README. And I actually set this one up in the app. So in the app, I will set up a use effect. And that use effect will depend on the cart items. So use selector, grab the cart items from the cart, and then every time there's going to be some change in the cart items, we'll dispatch the calculate totals. And as a result, both of those values will change in here as well as in the total. So let's try to set this one up. And let's start by creating the function calculate and then totals. Again, it's going to be our function. We'll access the state. As far as the logic, let's go with let amount is equal to 0. And as a side note, I have a tiny bug over here. Then I want to copy and paste, and let's just say total. So by default, it's always going to be 0 and 0. Then we want to go with state, then cart items. Let's iterate over. So call this for each. And then we'll access each and every item. And each and every item has the amount and total property. And we just want to add this to the total amount. Therefore, we'll go with plus equals and then item and amount. Now, when it comes to the amount of money, we want to multiply the price that each item has with the amount of items we have in a cart. So total is equal to, and now in this case, we'll go with plus equals item amount multiplied by item dot price. And once we have this one in place, up next, we want to set state amount equals to amount that we just set up. And the same goes with total. So let's go here. And let's say total is equal to total. And after that, we want to export that. So let's say calculate totals. And we just need to set it up in the app.js. So let's navigate to app.js. And in here, let's grab first the use selector and use dispatch. We'll need both of them. So let's say import use dispatch use selector. And we'll set it equal to from React Redux. And also, I want to get that calculate totals. So let's say calculate totals. That is coming from the features. Okay, beautiful. And as far as the logic, well, first, let's grab the cart items. And we'll use selector for that. So cart items. Now that is equal to use selector. Let's pass in the function. And let's say here store is equal to store cart. And I'm not going to repeat myself how we can access that. And also, we want to set up that dispatch. So const dispatch. And that is equal to use dispatch. Let's invoke that. And let's finally set up that use effect. So let's say here use effect. And then as far as the callback function, we will invoke this every time there's a change to the cart items. So every time we'll update something related to the cart items, we will invoke this use effect. Specifically, we want to go with dispatch and we want to pass in calculate totals. So check it out. Now we still have 4 here, but I can clearly see my total. And what's going to happen every time we'll click on any of the buttons and all that, will nicely display whatever items we have in a cart. Now there's a tiny bug over here. Basically, we need to set this one to fixed. Essentially, how many numbers after that, and don't worry, we'll do that in a second. But the goal here is that now every time we remove item from the cart or we clear the cart altogether, it will affect the amount of items we have, which we display over here, and also the total. Now, in order to fix the bug there with too many numbers, we just need to go to cart container, and where we have the total, let's go with to fixed. So that's again the JavaScript method that we have access to, and we'll say that we only want 2 numbers after the dot. So now everything is going to work. And just like that, we have calculate totals in place, and every time we'll make some changes to our cart, they will affect our initial state in the cart slice.